focus on every cricket, whether it's men's cricket, women's cricket, junior cricket. Harmanpreet Kaur, Smriti, Shefali, Mithali has obviously been a legend for a long period of time. But women's cricket is on the rise.
Well done for pulling off the women's tournament. I mean,
Yeah.
people said priority of the BCCI is only men's cricket. To be able to do this, create another bio bubble in the middle of the tournament, get the girls, get them all there, well done. I mean, tell me about that.
Yeah, India, I think we focus on every cricket, whether it's men's cricket, women's cricket, junior cricket, under 16 cricket, because infrastructure is very important, and every level of cricket needs to be looked at so that the team at the top becomes the best. And that's why India keep producing talent, because our under 19 structure and under 16 structure is also as good. Women's cricket all around the world has taken off. You see the women's final in Australia this year, they had 80,000 people at the MCG, which is as good as having a men's final. And India has done well. Were two back-to-back World Cup finals in England. They lost, and they lost at the MCG this year. So it's very important that we continue with the talent. It'll only get bigger. At the present moment, there is only 4 teams in the Women's IPL, and I believe that in a couple of years' time, we are good enough to have a separate IPL with 7 teams, 8 teams, like the franchisee-based team for the women's as well.
That was my next question, Sourav. I mean, I've been speaking to a lot of these girls, whether it's Mithali, Jhulan, Smriti, and all of them. And the one question that they want to ask the president or want an answer for is that a priority? Do you really want, your vision is to do a full-fledged IPL? And what these girls have all, sort of the question that I see lurking around is, will they also get their bilateral series? Is that also a priority for the board?
Yeah, at the present moment, some of the other countries are not keen. We were supposed to go to Sri Lanka to play the bilateral, but obviously the Sri Lankan board are not keen to have cricket at the moment because of the health hazards and the COVID issues in their country. But yes, bilateral cricket will start. I was a little disappointed with the World Cup in New Zealand being postponed for a year. It would have been easily done, because New Zealand as a country, COVID cases are not there at all. But women's cricket is on the rise. It's up to the women to get better. Harmanpreet Kaur, Smriti, Shefali, Mithali has obviously been a legend for a long period of time. It's up to these young players to take the game forward, because I've always believed any sport will only go forward if the quality of that sport is the way upward. And I think women's cricket is on the way upward. We've seen for the last 3 or 4 years, India have consistently challenged the best, whether it was England in that World Cup, whether it was Australia in this World Cup. They have challenged the best, and hopefully they will win a World Cup very soon.